Wicked, 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 wicked. Wicked tones, you know.
Seeing Antoine on the TV over there made me think, because we were talking, sent me a video last night of David Goggins. If you don't know who David Goggins is, you're a fucking clown. Where have you been? It's like the most hard, like makes any man feel like less of a man. Like it's just like, you watch this guy, you're like, fuck, I'm such a pussy. Anyway, but yeah, like he was talking about like, the video was about overtraining. He was like, someone said to me the other day, like, aren't you worried about overtraining? He's like, the fucking guy who said it to me doesn't even fucking train. He's like, I've never thought about it. Like, and I said to Antoine, I'm like, yeah. I was like, a lot of bodybuilders nowadays are fucking pussies. They're fucking guarding themselves. They think everything is overtraining. They think that everything they're doing is so difficult. But like, you're only in here an hour a day. And this is a guy who's telling you like, yes, it's true, like you should rest, you should recover. There is a point of pushing your body too far, don't get me wrong. But bodybuilders are nowhere fucking near it. I guess the guy who's saying that, who's done like ultra marathons and ridden thousands of miles on a bike and swam this amount of miles and ran, it's just like, and he's still like functioning, capable, happy human being. Yes, he doesn't have like he doesn't have bodybuilder muscle on him, but he's got the muscle he needs to facilitate the work he does. So it's like, bodybuilders, why do you think that like pushing too hard is gonna all of a sudden make you break down? Not to say like when you take a day off, it's like I say to people when people ask me, when should I take day, how many take rest days? I'm like, take a rest day when you know you need one. There's no doubt in your mind, you'll wake up and be like, I need to chill out today. Like I don't have it in me. But you also have to understand you're fighting between your inner bitch voice and actually needing a day off. But you'll know when you need a day off. It's like taking a shit. I know I gotta take a shit, right? I don't think about it like, oh, could I? Maybe I need to. It's like, no, I gotta go take a shit right now. Like, I'm gonna shit my pants. That's what a rest day should feel like. You can have planned rest days and all this stuff, it's cool. But just understand like this idea of saving yourself all the time and saving yourself for this workout and oh, this workout, I got this tomorrow. It's like, why? All you do is eat, sleep, and train. Literally, most of you. And if you have a job, cool. You have to like, most of you aren't working like manual labor. You're not like at a construction site all day lifting up fucking drywall sheets and fucking pounding cement. You're probably like sitting at a desk or fucking writing up programs for people. It's not that fucking taxing, man. But it got me thinking, and it's like reiterated in my head what I've always thought. It's like, this idea of overtraining is like, it's been brought on by this new wave of like science this and science that, and we're doing everything so much more intelligently now. But ever since we started doing stuff more intelligently, guys have looked worse. Do you understand that? In the last like decade or so, compared to like decades past in the 90s and fucking early 2000s, guys aren't looking the same. They're not training the same, so therefore they're not looking the same. Could be a matter of their juice. It's not quality anymore. It's out of some guy's bathtub, which is most likely what everything is nowadays, unless you got a prescription or you're living in Europe or like the Middle East. But it's just like physiques are deteriorating. There's always freaks that are like above, that are outside of that realm of that statement. There's always like those 1% or 2% that's outside of that. But in general, guys are looking the same, especially guys at lower levels. You're not seeing these guys making these miraculous jumps from one year to the next. Like a guy who like did an amateur show one year, then he comes back for nationals and he's just made so much more improvements. Then he wins the nationals, he comes back and he wins a pro. You're not seeing that. Outside guys like Nick Walker, you're not seeing it. So that's like the very rare case, right? Because these guys just aren't doing what it takes. I don't think that the guys who are doing the best are so obsessed with how much they're training or how much they're not training or overtraining. They're just training. They're just doing the work that needs to be done. And if they have the energy, they're going to go to the gym, they're going to do the work, they're going to eat, they're going to recover. That's the whole point of this, right? Build and break down and repair, break down and repair. So if you're constantly babying yourself and you're only half tearing down, let's say we're half demolishing a building. Every day it's a skyscraper, we're taking off the top, taking off the bottom. Instead of just collapsing it all and then building it back up for the next day, we're never doing that. It's like we're always worried about like, what's gonna happen? Or am I doing too much? Is this gonna happen? It's like, shut the fuck up and work out, man. Like, stop worrying about all this stuff that like, like I said, you're gonna know when you need to take a break. Your body's not gonna be responding well. You might even get to the gym, get like 2 sets into your workout and just be like, man, my body is not firing today. Like I'm not connecting, I'm not feeling good. I'm just not like, things aren't firing the way they should and I feel off, right? So you should, that's even then, even though you've made it to the gym, those are the days you should be like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll just do some cardio and maybe I'll just fucking go home. And if I feel better later, I'll come back. If I don't, then I'll just rest for today and then I'll come in tomorrow and I'll hit it with purpose. So today I'm not dragging ass. Days like that should be like the days that you realize like I need a break. It shouldn't just be like every Wednesday I take my break, my rest day, and I fucking carb up that day. Carb the fuck up every day. Oh fuck. It's like today's my high day, today's my low day. Like unless you're fucking literally weeks out from a show, there's no, why the fuck is there a low day? Get the food in, get the carb in, keep fucking growing. Stop treating your off season like it's a fucking pre-contest all the time. The amount of guys and girls that are so fucking self-consumed with every fucking thing that goes in their mouth, like in diet, like even in the off season. I used to eat 2 pounds of pasta a day. Like, because in the state, well here too, in the States the box of pasta was a pound of pasta. I ate 2 of those a day. And when I first started trying to gain size, not that this is what people should do. Don't worry guys, it's not the fucking new diet plan. But like my guy who trained me, Joe, was like, you need to put on size. We need to get you up to X amount of weight and we need to hold you there. So he understood the amount of size I needed to have on me to hold the muscle, to be able to facilitate my frame filling out. So there's like 6 pieces of bread in the morning with like fucking 2 cups of yogurt. Lunch was like a pound of pasta with like ground beef or chicken. Like that meal 3 times a day. And then at lunch or at dinner having a completely different meal, but it was just like more food than I could handle. But I didn't complain, I fucking ate it. And that's why when I was competing, I was one of like the bigger guys. Not that I was one of the best bodybuilders, because I certainly wasn't, but I was one of like the bigger individuals who was competing in terms of just sheer weight and size and strength, right? So, but that's just people, that video and me and Antoine talking just got me thinking about that. It's just like, that shit irritates me more than anything. It's like, especially when I train people and then they're like, they'll do a hard workout with me and then they'll fucking, oh, I was sore for a week after. Well, get the fuck in the gym and train another body part. Maybe you won't fucking feel so goddamn sore. Or like, God forbid you train legs again and flush some of that lactic acid out. Like, there's all this like, it's like when they get sore or they get too sore in their mind, they freak the fuck out. I'm not supposed to be this sore. It's like, yeah, you are. You're training hard. It's like saying I'm gonna sprint and I'm not gonna be out of breath. You better be out of breath or you're not really sprinting, right? Do you think sprinters they're like, okay, we're gonna do like 350%. We're just gonna build up to like 50 and then coast the rest of the way like 100-yard dash. And then when they do like maybe 4 maximal sprints or like 80-90% sprints, they don't fucking like at the end of the sprint like put their hands like, oh my god, oh, it's too fast. It was too fast. I should never go that fast. I should never go that fast unless I'm trying to go that fast. It's like, how are you ever gonna get faster unless you try to run as hard as you can? How are you ever gonna get better unless you train as hard as you can? Fucking